November is our very first month that we can really say we're going to be on our new RV living budget. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Lining Up Ducks. If this is your first time with us, my name is Rachel. I spent the last 5 years of my career as a budget analyst for a multi-million-dollar business, and I love all things budgeting and small living. November is our very first month that we can really say we're going to be on our new RV living budget, and I can't wait. I'm loosening up the budget just a little bit to give a few of the wants back into our budget than we had last year, and we really want to focus on family memories in the next year, so we are adding some fun things in there as well. I have our November cash stuffing video for you today. I waited to do our budget until I had a little bit more information about what our income was going to look like for the entire month, so I could give you a better picture about what our whole month's budget is going to look like this month. Okay, so Scott had a really big month for income this month, and I actually thought it was going to be a light month until he reminded me that he was out of town for a lot last month. So we have a big travel voucher that's getting paid in week 2 that's going to be really helpful, and then plus he's got his ILE class this month. If you've never seen me budget before, we use a month ahead fund. So I list all of my monthly expenses out, and then I divide them by how many pay periods we have in that particular month. So you'll see me dividing everything almost equally throughout our month. We do have a big expense for the propane for the RV for this month. Things are getting a little bit cold, and we took the opportunity just to fill up all of our propane tanks because we want to see how long it lasts us to get through all of our tanks during a cold snap. The girls are joining something new at church, and that's got some join fees. Those won't be there next month. And I'm working on getting a website designed for my business so I can transfer all of my printables over from Etsy over onto my own platform. That way I have a little bit more flexibility of offering free printables as well as paid printables. We did a little bit of online spending this past week, and because we have our month ahead fund, it's super easy just to reimburse those things. We just decided to reimburse them all at once instead of taking them out of our individual cash spending, but most of that was things that will help me work from home a little bit easier. I've moved several of our categories straight down into cash envelopes instead of having them mixed in through our bills, so you'll see several more on this list than normal. We really want to focus on building memories with our kids this year, so we've got a family adventure category that we've added, and I'm super excited about it because Scott's really taking on a more active role in the budget, and he's going to be planning those family adventures. I had like my most excited moment ever this week when I found these awesome erasable pens. This is not sponsored, but I love doing my budget in pen because I can do things in different colors, and it helps me read the columns and separate the amounts instead of just seeing a whole bunch of numbers in black and white on a page. There's not a whole lot that excites me more than a great pen and a great planner. Next, we have our sinking funds, and most of these are generally the same with the exception that now we have to save for Sophie's surgeries. If you've never heard about what a sinking fund is, I've got a whole series of videos that are coming up in the next few weeks that's going to explain how to set up everything in detail, but definitely check out my How to Make a Budget That Actually Works video. I go into great detail and explain how to set up sinking funds for your own budget. I did figure out how much we owed in back business taxes from old businesses that we forgot to file. We have all of that. It should be $1,030. And thankfully with Scott's travel pay this pay period, we will have all of that knocked out this month. You'll see in our long-term savings, we do have savings for our payroll taxes because we don't want to spend that extra money in our accounts. That way our check is not short in the upcoming months. And then we're working on our savings goals, but we're also going to have some debt payoff goals in there as well this time. So right now we're just putting that money aside until we kind of get all of that money earmarked. After writing everything down in the bottom categories, everything balances out to zero. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. I make videos once or twice a week about family budgeting and how you can live different as a family in a social media driven world. Okay everybody, we are back and ready for our cash stuffing. So I'm going to go straight down the list today, and I kind of reorganized things from how they were in my last several budgets just because it worked out better with the categories and lines. We've loosened up our budget a little bit since we are already in our RV, and we really want to focus this year on making memories with our kids. So we've added a couple of things into our budget, and you'll see more about that and even more budget categories when I give you our 2021 budget video, which I'm still hard at work on getting those 2021 budget forms, which these will be released in the 2021 budget. I've been hard at work getting those ready. I'm hoping I will have them ready in the next couple of weeks. So the first cash envelope we have is our Oops category, and we do that in two separate. I get $25 and Scott gets $25. So $25 for me and then $25 for Scott, which he likes to keep not in an envelope. So put this over here for him. Next is Scott's personal money, and he takes his lunch money in his account, which is why that's highlighted. And then I'll get 20 of this, of his mad money in here. And then my personal money, I think I'm going to split mine up this time too, but I've got to get another envelope. I'm trying to kind of look over here and see what I've got. I just gave away all my envelopes, so in that big giveaway. So I don't really see anything over in my stash over there. So I'm going to give myself 20, 40, 60, and really, I'm going to split this up though. Okay, restaurants is next. This is a category I would absolutely like to loosen up in our budget just because it's really hard to feed a family of 6, even just pizza, unless you're cooking it yourself, and we don't have much of an oven in the RV, so I'd like to loosen that category up a little bit. Oh, oops, I missed one. Car oops. Okay, so if you saw in my community tab, my I'm thankful for cash budgeting post, you know what this is, but go check it out in the community tab. But I'm going to I'm going to stash $20 in my car and $20 in Scott's car for an emergency. So this is kind of a one-time only cash envelope, but I'll get mine in my car and then Scott will get his in his car next time. Restaurants we already did. Groceries is $300. 1, 2, 3. And then Maxie's next. She gets 30, 20, 30. All right, so I said we wanted to focus on making memories. So we have a family adventure budget now, and that is really, I am passing this budget off to Scott, and he's going to be responsible for planning all of our family adventures because frankly, I just don't have time anymore. And he's really excited about it. So I'm going to actually give this to him. He's going to get a budget every month, and we'll have to do some free things and some things that you spend money on. But he's really super excited about taking on a more active role in the budget. Next is school lunch, and I've decided to split them up into Danny Ann and Kate's separate envelopes because I'm really using this to teach them about budgeting. So they each get $6 per week, so it's $24 total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 for Kate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 for Danny Ann. They're really learning how to budget their money so they can eat once a week or twice a week, just depending on how much they want to spend. And Kate has figured out how to eat twice a week without spending over her $6 budget. She is one just like her mama. All right, Scott is, school lunch, and then we have household needs. So we have a spending list, which is going to be included in our 2021 budget release. And we have like a long list of things that we need to get for the house that we've just kind of been putting off. And since Scott had a couple of extra paychecks this time with a big travel week, we decided to get those done. The girls need mattress toppers because their beds are kind of hard. And we just need some organizing stuff for the underbelly of the RV to try and just finish up and polish up where we're living. So we're going to get 55 there. And then we'll get more in the next few weeks, but you got to budget what you got in your column. All right, and then Scott's haircuts. If you've seen my 30 things that we don't spend money on, haircuts was one of them. But that's a category we're loosening up our budget. That way, Scott does not have to wait on me to do his haircuts and help him with his haircuts. He can just go at lunch when he needs to. If he has lunch with a general or a colonel, he can just run over and get his haircut. If we're running behind on haircut, that way he doesn't look scruffy. Okay. Next is kids' clothes. I'm going to do a 2020 budget recap of what worked and what didn't. So, you know, the things that we really tightened down and what worked and what didn't. So if you're interested in seeing that, let me know, because that's kind of what I'm thinking about doing. Car repairs is $50. We both need oil changes right now. Okay, life insurance is $104 for the month, but it's $52 for this pay period. $51.2. And we just paid our life insurance last month, so this envelope is empty. Scott's clothes is $20. Ooh, I know what I'll do. I'll keep my mad money and my clothes money. Rachel's clothes are $20. We are slowly but surely still saving for our Disney cruise. It's going to take us like 35 years to get there, but you know what? We will get there eventually. And that's okay. So $17 in Disney cruise. Our RV repairs is $25. We just kind of have a general sinking fund for things that might go wrong. Like there's a leak under our sink, so we'll need to go buy some plumber's tape. Things like that. Gift fund is $20. Our anniversary is tomorrow, so we may need to use some of that. Okay, Sophie's surgery. I have this highlighted because her money goes into a separate account because we have to save so much. So we have to spend about $1,200 every 3 months for the travel expenses for her surgeries. So we just had a surgery in the last 2 weeks, so it's time to start saving for her next surgery, and that includes airline tickets, Uber, food while we're there, hotel if we can't get into the Ronald McDonald House, which they have everything locked down right now for COVID, so we haven't been able to get into Ronald McDonald House. So we've had to up our travel budget for her surgeries. So we're saving about $340 a month just to make sure that we have everything we need when we go to Houston every 3 months. Okay, Christmas is $50 this pay period, and I should be done with this envelope really soon. And then Scott's drill food is $40. No, excuse me, it's $20. All right, our car tags are, look what I did. That's supposed to be $15. So let me fix this real quick. Okay, so I'm going to put this $30 in the Christmas envelope and take $15 out of here. That'll just give me an extra $15 in there. There's no harm in that, right? And then put the $15 in the car tags envelope where it goes. Okay, next is a new category. It's Kate and Mom violin. So I took violin several years ago before I had so many kids, and for about 3 years, and Kate's really interested in learning. So we have kind of put a pause on all of the kids' outside activities because they just are really expensive, and we've got private school and Sophie's surgery. So we're trying to kind of balance. So we're going to do music at home this year. Scott's very musical, and I know enough violin to get Kate started, at least for most of next year, and then she could start again the next time. So we'll do $150 in that envelope. All right, my big old pile of envelopes. All right, everybody, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this cash stuffing video. I have a couple of new series coming up that I really want you to let me know in the comments below if you're interested in. One of them is going to be carpool Q&As. If you watch my live planning videos on Sunday, you know I spend almost 3 hours a day in my car commuting to the kids' school and back. I'm going to try to answer as many of your questions as I can, on my carpool runs. I am hard at work on our 2021 budget, and I'm going to walk you through in the next several weeks how we plan our annual budget and get to the numbers that you see every single month in our monthly cash stuffing videos. As always, it is a joy to have you in my home and in my life. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.